Guys, see what's on the camera for an informative video today. Me. See, Yoruba say what? Ilera, Loro, and my health was it giving wealth? And if it's not giving, no, babe can't pop up on the screen because you guys are going to read the energy. And I do not want to come on camera and be draining your own energy. Yeah, so get your pen and your book and make sure that you save this video, and you're also going to need to share this video with people. Let's get into it. Guys, in the series of videos that I posted previously talking about untold immigration stories, I mentioned in one of those videos that we received procedural fairness letter. Basically, they doubted our relationship, our marriage, and then they decided to give us a fairness procedure for us to prove to them that our marriage is genuine. And I said in that video that talking about that experience alone and talking about procedural fairness, how we answered it, that deserved a whole video on its own, and that is why I am making this video today. Guys, by now you all know Canada immigration is one of its kind, and you need to be ready at every point in time. Now see, you guys are lucky. You're lucky that you are getting this information now, because during my own time it was really hard to get information on the internet, especially on situations like this. And it took just one person on Nairaland to leave me a link to another forum, which is Canada Visa Forum, where I saw someone that experienced the same, and I saw how she handled and how she responded to the situations. She shared all of the things that they did and the things that they submitted, which really helped us. Not all, but I found some of it helpful, and I'm going to be sharing all of that in this video. So we're talking about answering procedural fairness, and this will not only help people that have received procedural fairness letter to prove their relationship, it is also going to help anyone that has intention of relocating, of joining their spouse in Canada. Either the spouse is already in Canada, or you have the intention of living and your spouse might be joining you later. Through these tips, ideas, whatever it is that you want to call it, is going to help you in gathering all the evidences that you may need to submit, just in case they come up to challenge your relationship. Even if you have not gotten married yet, if you are planning, better start doing it, some of it now. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, number one thing that you need to know is that when you are in relationship, you are married, you are telling the immigration officer that you have a relationship, that you are putting in your application. First thing that you want to know is that Canada prefer that spouses must have lived together for 1 year, either by cohabiting or living as husband and wife, whichever one. You must have lived together for 1 year. Now, that is not the case for a lot of us, especially someone like me, where my husband had been out of the country for a while. Even when he was in the country, why would we live together? Why would we cohabit if you have no evidence of you living together, or that you have lived together for at least 1 year? They may start thinking that your marriage that you are telling them in this application is arranged, that you're just using the opportunity to bring in another person. Now, if you get this procedural fairness letter, consider yourself lucky, because they are giving you a golden opportunity to tell them and prove to them that your marriage or your relationship is genuine and both of you are 100% committed. Immigration sent us procedural fairness letter twice, and I think they send this letter to people under CEC, that's Canadian Experience Class, which is also under the Express Entry. Yours might come in form of interview, that you have to go to one place to get interviewed or anything, but to us, they sent us the letter with a questionnaire that we needed to answer and back it up with evidences as heavy as we could get. So the first one they sent to us was requesting that we submit evidence of relationship between the principal applicant and also their spouse. So they are also asking if you have lived together or living together. So make sure that you get all the important pictures showing how the ceremony was performed, the ring exchange, document signing, parents involvement, families in attendance. If you're in Nigeria and an Igbo person, you did your wedding, all those rites. When the wife renew, they will serve the man the palm wine. You need to take pictures of that. So pictures of important things when the rites were performed, the important rites in your tradition when they were performed. You need to have all those pictures because you are going to be sharing those pictures with them. In case you are just preparing for marriage, during that period, make sure that everything that you are purchasing for your wedding bears both of your names, not just one person because you paid for it. You both paid for it. If you are booking a hotel room, book it in both of your names. If you are paying for hall, pay it in both of your names. Get receipt for the things that you paid for and make sure that it's carrying both of your names. If you go for honeymoon, take pictures. If you don't like pictures, you have to like pictures for this purpose only. After they must have given you your PR, then you can now stop liking to take pictures. But for this purpose of PR and proving your relationship to immigration, you need to start taking pictures and document everything now. Don't have you taking pictures like they are forcing you. Take it, show that you are happy you are taking pictures with your spouse. And they are going to ask you for like 10 to 15 photos, but we know that it's not possible to give them 10 to 15 photos. That's too small. What I did was I opened Word documents and put all of these pictures, like 4 pictures per page, and I gave them about 10 pages. That's a lot of pictures. And for all the pictures that I put there, I made sure that they were perfectly categorized and labeled, so that when they are seeing in page 1, okay, they are seeing the traditional ceremony going on in page 1. When they are looking at page 2, they are looking at another maybe reception pictures or document signing pictures. When they are looking at page 3, they are probably seeing honeymoon pictures. When they are looking at page 4, they are probably seeing pictures with us and our family members and friends. Everything perfectly labeled and categorized. Not that one honeymoon picture will be on page 1 and another honeymoon picture will be on page 7. So the other part of it is if you have lived together or living together, and showing evidence such as copies of bills, bank statements, lease agreements, anything that has both of your name, showing that you are in the same address together at this point in time. But if you haven't lived together, don't worry. There is a way to prove that your marriage is a committed one and it is genuine. So listen very well. So regardless of where both of you are living, if you are planning on getting married, this will be helpful for you to apply in future. And if you are already married and you are not doing this already, well, this is time for you to make changes. So if your spouse is already in Canada, regardless of where both of you are, the person in Canada, the person in your home country, make sure that your lease agreement bears both of your names. Dupe Lagbaja and Ade Lagbaja are the 2 people living in this house. You do not have to be present there physically, but both of your names are already there, meaning by the time that you get there, the landlord also already know that this person will be living in this house. In your home country as well, the one that is living in one room self-contained or wherever it is that you are living in, if you rent that apartment and you have just your name on the lease agreement, go and meet with your landlord or caretaker, whoever it is, to change it to both of your names so that you can submit this when they are asking for proof of commitment to your relationship. And for the person in Canada, make sure that your tax is showing that you are married and you have the name of your spouse on your tax information. At this point that you are married, either you are living together or not living together, where you are buying properties or anything, buy it in both of your names. If it's possible to buy a car in both of your names, buy it in both of your names. Whatever it is that you are doing, do it in both of your names. Make sure your health insurance covers your spouse that is living outside of Canada. It is highly important to any employer benefit that you are getting from your employer, make sure that it covers your spouse. Health insurance keep it there. Even though you are paying for it and your partner is not here yet, it doesn't matter. Put it there. That is you showing that you're already putting things in place for this person because you have them in mind. So everything that they will probably need when they get here, you are already putting everything in place. You are proving that you are planning to receive your spouse. If you are being stingy, you're like hacker gun, you don't like spending money, you don't like giving people your money, you don't like giving your spouse, or you are waiting for your spouse to ask you for money. No, you need to stop all of those things right now, okay? Because you need to start sending money to each other. Just make sure that you are sending money to each other. Use your local bank account. Doesn't have to be Canadian account. Use the account that is convenient for both of you. Yeah, just make sure that you are sending money to each other, because you will need to prove to them that you are receiving financial support from your spouse, and you are going to submit your bank statement to them. Now, when you get your bank statement, you can put it on PDF. It doesn't have to be paper that you have to scan here. Just like GTB now, you can download your bank statement online. Then look for the name of your spouse and highlight it so that they can easily see it when they are going through it. So the number of years that your partner has been sending you money, just to save space, just download bank statement for like 2 to 3 years if possible, or even 1 year, just to show that you guys have been sending money to each other. And highlight the name on the credit side of your bank statement. So wherever they are saying Dupe Lagbaja, already put like yellow, already painted that line. Dupe Lagbaja is on yellow, so when they are scrolling, they are already seeing it. You also want to make their job easier so that they can answer you on time. Now, number 5, especially for the person in Canada, if you have the opportunity, you have the financial means to travel, take trips to your home country, that is showing some high level of commitment. You need to visit your spouse outside of Canada, and when you're visiting, you will be showing them your tickets, your booking pass. You will be taking pictures in the aircraft. You take pictures at the airport with your spouse that has come to receive you. Ask somebody around to take the pictures for you, and wherever you go to take pictures, you are visiting family, take pictures, document every steps that you are taking during this period. Guys, let me tell you something. Guys, even though my husband came to Nigeria after we have responded to their questionnaire, we still found a way to let them know that my husband has visited. Somehow we coined some kind of letter highlighting about 3 things, and the third one was like, well, if this will matter, I visited my wife, and also gave them pictures that we took at the airport. Whichever way that you can do it, just make sure that you are documenting pictures. Start doing them now if you haven't started already. You should write individual letters explaining why you haven't lived together, which is very, very important, guys. Both of you should write your letters. Don't write just one letter. Write your letters and explain the situation, the reason why you haven't lived together. In my own case, I was like, number 1, it is totally wrong culturally for me to live with any man before marriage, so it's never gonna happen, and they will never see that in my situation. Number 2, my husband has been out of the country for a very long time. Before we got married, he has been out of the country for a very long time, and our relationship has spanned for so number of years, even before he left Nigeria. And he has left, and we haven't had the opportunity to live together ever since he left. Number 3, well, we tried our best to visit each other, but Canada immigration was putting a barrier on this for us, because number 1, I have applied like 3 times and I was denied, and number 2, my husband tried to come home and he applied for TRV. It was approved, but they did not send his approval to him, and that wasn't any fault of ours, because we actually tried to visit each other because we are committed to our relationship. So whatever reasons that you have, make sure that you let them know. To further prove that your relationship is genuine, guys, you must provide testimonials from your families and your friends, the people that know about your relationship, you need to get testimonials from them. Now, when you're getting testimonials from them, they will likely not know what they will write, so you'll probably have to guide them and let them know, if possible, self. Okay, if possible, write it by yourself, but make sure that, okay. Basically, they will be writing something like, I have known these people together for so number of years. I knew when their relationship started. If they know about that, if they're at your wedding, they should include that they were at your wedding. They just have to give you like good testimonies about your relationship, and telling them that your relationship or your marriage is super genuine, that the immigration should give you the opportunity to live together happily as husband and wife. In our case, we got about 8 testimonials, 4 from my side, 4 from my husband's side, both of our dads, our brothers, 2 friends. That's like I had a friend in the US, and my best lady, his friend in Nigeria that knew us from the scratch, and another friend in Canada that they've been living this Canadian life together. You also need to remind them that they need to make it emotional. Like my dad made it super emotional, and I was like, okay, my situation is actually really serious, more than I thought. You will need to submit your chat history, yes, as proof of evidence. Just make sure that you are not putting up informations that you are not supposed to put out, so you know the areas that you want to screenshot and submit. They are going to be asking you how you communicate. So is it by video calls, by chat, by email? So you need to show them those evidences. If it's video calls, well, if you are not doing it before, start doing it now. Be screenshotting yourself. Your man is looking so handsome today, screenshot the 2 of you together. Even smile. Me, I will even post in that by small insert that I'm looking at myself. I even post and smile. Just screenshot maybe few years down to the present year. Arrange it on Word documents. The tip that I got from this lady from Canada Visa Forum, creating an IG page. She said her husband created an IG page where they just share their pictures with just their family. So you can do that as well. Start posting pictures back in the days, pictures of both of yourself to the present day, and put it on IG, put it on private. It doesn't have to be public, and had few of your families that you want them to be seeing your pictures, and just be posting, just more like you're updating, or you're having a gallery of your relationship online. If the time ever comes, if they're asking you to prove yourself, just take a picture of your IG page and give it to them. You can also add the link to your IG page so that they can go down to years and see that you've been actually be posting about your relationship like 5 years ago, or 2 years ago, or 1 year ago. So going into the questionnaire proper, they'll be asking both of you development of your relationship, and you should tell your story in your own words, individually, because they're going to ask both of you individually, and you're going to respond to it individually. So say it in your own words. So they're going to be asking first contact with your spouse or your partner, when and where. Provide timelines of your relationship. That is, when did you start dating? 2001. Let them know. If you have pictures to back it up, give it to them. The trips you've taken together, I've mentioned that earlier. All your life together, document it, so that just be bringing out the evidences and be showing it to them. So have you visited each other during your relationship? That is where you need to put it in mind. If possible, to travel. If you're already living in Canada, travel and go to your home country to go and visit your partner. It is important. How do you communicate? Phone, email, chat. We talked about that already. Get all the evidences you need to submit to them. You're not just going to write that, yes, we communicate via chat. We communicate via chat, and the evidence of the chat beside it. You have visited, and the evidence of your visit beside it. We've been together for 10 years, the evidence of your 10 years beside it. They will be asking you, was your relationship known to your close friends and families? Yes or no? Yes. And this is where the testimonials of your friends and families will come into play. Was your marriage arranged? No. We don't do arranging marriage in our country. Was there a formal ceremony to celebrate engagement? If it's your traditional engagement that you want to put it there. Was there a formal ceremony to celebrate marriage? Definitely yes. All of your pictures, all the rites that was done, put it there. Ring exchange, put it there. Palm wine giving, put it there. Provide information regarding your religious beliefs, Christian, Muslim. Was there a reception? Yes, there was a reception. In fact, if you have receipts of your reception hall or whatever that bears both of your names, put it there. Did you take honeymoon? Yes, you took honeymoon, and pictures of your honeymoon, put it there. Do you receive financial support from your spouse? If so, how much and how often? Remember, I told you that you should be sending money to each other, and you're going to be submitting your bank statement here. Do you have any children? Did you tell them that you have children or not? Whatever that you declare your PR must be the same as what you are going to declare here. And don't forget, at the end of it all, write that your individual letter and letting them know the history of your relationship and why you haven't lived together, if you've never lived together. If you have lived together, or if you are already living together and doing all of these things, start putting everything that you buy, that you pay for, in both of your names. If permitted, put everything in both of your names. That is showing some level of commitment to your relationship. Guys, if you can be intentional about documenting your relationship right now, be intentional about gathering all the documents that you need, be intentional about letting your documents show that you are actually married and live your life like you are married, guys, you will reap the fruits of your labor. Yes, where you hit the fruits of your labor. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. You can leave your questions in the comment section, or just send me a message on my Instagram, which is @Sendupsi. My Instagram is so boring, I haven't posted there in 1 year. But I promise you, I'm always online, so I'm going to see your message. Just make sure that you DM me and I'll see your message. Disclaimer, just in case, I am not a travel consultant. So everything that I shared here is based on my personal experience and the tips and information that I got online, which helped us to win this procedural fairness case. Anyway, if you are not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, turn on notification, and be kind to people. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.